Hey guys, Hal here coming at you with, well, just a little chat, in all honesty. No big intro or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about that One Last Adventure documentary, which was about the making of Stranger Things Season 5. I just wanted to kind of like share my thoughts on it and see what other people kind of thought, really. Me and my girlfriend got finished watching it last night. We'd finished watching the actual season 5 sometime last week, and it's safe to say that she was very underwhelmed by it. Now, there was parts of it that I really did quite like. There were parts of it that I felt were overstuffed and very disappointing. But I did enjoy like the characters, as always, which is what we kind of fell in love with in the first place. And I did like how they kind of closed the show, with Mike and all the lads round the D&D table. That was quite heartwarming, and I did like that. So it's safe to say if you are watching this video, then there is going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, then it's probably best that you come back to this video. But yeah, that documentary, which was, I thought, a very good documentary. I thought it really did open the doors and let us see everything into, the actual making of the series. But wow, did the Duffer Brothers look vulnerable, or did they made themselves vulnerable just by releasing this? And it just shows that even some of the greatest series and the greatest films that are out there are just done on the fly, really, sometimes. I mean, I think if you're a Star Wars fan, then you've seen the classic clip of George Lucas in front of the whiteboard with the markers, of just highlighting what he wants as CGI and what's going to be practical effects. Sometimes these shows are not as well thought out as we all think. But I have to be honest, how in the hell do you write 4 really, really good seasons of television, and then when you have to make the landing, why do you not put all your effort into this? I just do not understand it, because this documentary shows that they're in the writing room with a big team. And that's my point. Actually, sometimes I think that there's too many people that can actually bog down ideas or can just dilute them. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, shall we say. But yeah, they had to write one last season, finalise all those loose threads and stick the landing. Make it entertaining. Don't add too many new themes or story plots or characters. And well, they did all of that. They absolutely bogged down their own show, and well, this documentary proves it. Which is a real shame. I think a lot of these shows struggle to stick the landing. I never watched Game of Thrones, but I know that finale is iconic in its own right because they absolutely bottled it. I heard that I've never seen it, as I say, but I've heard they absolutely just totally fluffed their lines. But then I've got Breaking Bad, which I have seen numerous times, and I think that landing is amazing. They nailed the finale of that. It was perfect. They tied, all the loose ends up. It was brilliant. So after doing my review, I've realised that this show has sparked more conversations than any other TV program I've ever watched. I mean, to the point that I'm doing this chat with you guys now because I feel like I just need to rant and talk about it rather than have like a structure to my video and say my positives and my negatives and, you know, what the show means to all of us. It's just more so, I just feel like I need to just talk about it because, well, we've spent the past 10 years, you know, enjoying these characters, enjoying Hawkins and the plot and the Upside Down, and then just for them to kind of rush it like they did. I mean, they started filming season 5 before they even had the finished script. Now, I don't know whether that's a common occurrence in shows. I know that, you know, you can have different drafts of scripts, but for them to really be doing it on the fly like they did is madness. And to hear as well that some of the additional writers that were helping the Duffer Brothers came up with some ideas which I think since the season's finished, we've all discussed, like why were there no Demodogs, Demogorgons and bats in Dimension X? To see then a documentary that comes out afterwards and you've got a writer that says these things, isn't it just madness that they kind of said that there was just going to be demo fatigue? What? I don't know about you guys, but I thought that's the episode 4 Sorcerer, when those Demogorgons are attacking all them soldiers. That's the highlight probably of the show for me. And then Will using his powers. They still should have killed off Joyce at that part. Stick by that. But no, they should have had, like, what it should have been was the Demogorgons, the bats and the Demodogs attacking all the guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure how they would have fought them off, but that should have been phase 1 of the battle. Then phase 2, like classic game rules, then the big monster comes out. And there should have been more of a, just, I don't know, more stakes. It didn't feel like there was, you know, it didn't feel like there was much threat, to be honest. There was that giant monster. It looked cool. You know, 11 did a thing, but I felt like the group, they needed to have more to do. Hang on a minute, just got to check. Yeah, my mic's still working. I just wanted to, you know, see if I still had some life left in it. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about some of the things that I liked and didn't like. I mean, some of the set designs were brilliant, like real good practical effects. And you can tell that all the people that were involved, I mean, they even said on the show, I don't care if this is the peak of my career, because they were so happy to be involved in it. But yeah, it's just a shame that it didn't smash it out the park. Because as I say, I don't want to totally hate on season 5, because I did enjoy it. There were things I liked, and it is what it is. That is, you know, the full set now. But to see that in the documentary, they really did just put themselves open, you know, for criticism, which I got to respect in a way, that they were quite happy to let us see that they struggled. But he even said at one point as well that he used to write 7 days a week. And now, obviously, due to kids, he can't do that. But it is his job. Like, you know, without sign, you know, I get it. Kids come first. You know, he's got to look after them. But you have got another baby in your arms, and that was Stranger Things. And that has pretty much created the way for them to go on and do whatever they want going forward. You would have thought that they had a final script planned out. You know, you always hear of talks of it went wrong in the Star Wars franchise because they did Force Awakens with J.J. Abrams, and then they handed it over to Rian Johnson, who then took the script and the story in a totally different direction, which is one of the most controversial decisions in film history. And then they give it back to J.J. Abrams for the third one to kind of redirect the shit because, well, it went Pete Tong. It went really, really wrong. And I kind of think that's what people feel after this one, is that the shit got turned around somewhere. And I felt like they tried to steer it back. But before you know it, it's on Netflix and we're watching it. But yeah, this was, as I say, just a little rant. I just wanted to put it out there, kind of what I thought. I loved these actors. I thought they were great. I loved the show in general. I thought the documentary was really good, regardless of it showing all their flaws and, in a way, kind of confirming what we all thought in the first place, and that was that this was a rush job. They really didn't know what they were doing. The only people that did, I think, were the set designers, the lighting crew, the actors. Well, in some places, because even then you had Maya Hawke kind of redirecting the directors by saying, well, look, Caleb, you don't know that me and Mrs. is a couple. We should kind of keep things a bit stum and close together. There was loads of different things that kind of clarified that, yeah, they didn't really know what they were doing. But yeah, either way, it was a very good documentary. So, like, I've never done one of these videos before where I come on here and just absolutely waffle on. So you're going to have to let me know if you enjoyed it. Am I literally just ranting and it's too much? You let me know in the comment section below. You let me know if you enjoyed Stranger Things Season 5. Did you enjoy that documentary? You please let me know. Anyway, thank you so much all just for sitting down and listening to me, waffle on. If you haven't already, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious